Do you want to know the real reason that you've struggled with chronic health issues and that you might struggle to communicate your needs and emotions to other people? It's probably more than stress, guys. And it's probably because you are super empathic or even clairsentient. Now, the reason that a lot of empaths and a lot of clairsentients struggle throughout their lives with chronic health issues that just cannot be explained by the medical system is because you are so energetically sensitive. You are picking up the energies and emotions of the people and the places and the situations of everything around you. And when you don't realize that's happening, you could be absorbing other people's energies, other people's emotions, and storing and holding that in your own energy field. And that, my friends, can manifest as chronic illness. It can manifest as stomach issues, it can manifest as throat issues, aches, pains, physical ailments that you just don't know how to manage or you don't understand what's going on. Like, then to go a little bit deeper, if your psychic sense or one of your main psychic senses is clairsentience, that's kind of like empathy on steroids. With clairsentience, you can not only pick up the emotions and energies of everything around you, that's how you interpret information as energy. And a lot of clairsentients can actually pick up physical sensations or physical ailments and feel the way that someone else is feeling in their own body. So you could, for example, if you're clairsentient, you could be picking up that someone has a pain in their hip or something. You could pick that up and you can actually carry that and think that's your own. Now, for a lot of time, and this has happened with so many of my clients, a lot of them just think that they've had just some serious chronic health issues and aches and pains and ailments throughout their lives, not realizing that this is their psychic gift, this is their psychic sense, that they are picking up information as physical energy, that they're feeling in their body as though it's theirs. And when they don't have the tools to, one, ground clear and protect their energy, and two, to be able to discern what is theirs and what isn't, then of course they're going to think that they just have had chronic health issues throughout their life. When you are empathic or clairsentient, like, your nervous system gets overwhelmed by the amount of information that is flooding through your body, flooding through your system every single day. And as I said, you can feel overstimulated, you can feel burned out, you could feel depressed, you could feel all of these different ways because you're absorbing and picking up all this different information as energy from your surroundings, from the people. And especially if you're in any kind of toxic environment or around any toxic relationships, this is like an absolute no-no for any empath or clairsentient, because your nervous system will just get absolutely fried by all of the negative information and energy that you are picking up and you are feeling in your body. And this is the difference between any of the other psychic senses than clairsentience, is the fact that you're picking up emotions, physical sensations, and even pain in your body, like where it feels so real if you have no reason or if you have no ability to understand or discern what's yours and what isn't. And again, so I see so many of my clients are empaths, so many of my clients that are clairsentients that have been absorbing and taking on the beliefs, the emotions, and like the pain and suffering of the people around them. And they've just held it and carried it, and it's burdening them. And it's created anxiety, it's created depression, it's created headaches, digestive issues. Like, these are some of the really common ones that I see. But yeah, your body is trying to process all of this energy that isn't yours because you're taking it on from other people, or you're believing that it's yours but it's actually other people's. So it's so key to clear your energy, give that energy back, and be able to discern what's yours and what isn't. The other thing that I really see as a common thread and denominator with empaths or clairsentients is their, let's say, challenges with expressing themselves openly, with expressing their needs, with expressing their emotions. So a lot of clairsentients, and this is the funny thing, some of their jobs may be around communication. They may have to communicate within the jobs that they do, but when it comes to expressing anything from like more of an emotional standpoint or something that is very emotionally connected to them or sharing their own needs or their own vulnerability, they can get so stuck. They can suppress so much of their own needs and emotions, which holding on to your own like expression is so energetically taxing. Rather than, we're here to express ourselves, we're here to let energy move through emotions. But when you're holding on to them, when you're suppressing them, when you're not speaking them, or when you're not even feeling them, because again, for a lot of empaths and clairsentients, they can get so overwhelmed by feelings, they can get so overwhelmed by other people's feelings that they just shut down and they shut out of their own body. And that is one really challenging and can cause a lot of imbalances in their body and create illness and ailments, obviously, because it's a manifestation of the things they're not really dealing with on an emotional or mental standpoint. But suppressing your emotions and not being able to express yourself clearly to someone, to hold on and to suppress all of that, or to suppress any kind of trauma in your body, is exhausting. So that's why so many empaths or clairsentients that I see are burned out, that they have chronic fatigue, that they've got exhaustion, that they just need a lot of time to rest, and they have like a social battery that dies really, really quickly. So this is a big thing that can really, really impact and affect them and cause physical ailments. Like a lot of throat issues that I see with clairsentients and empaths all stem from them suppressing their own feelings, suppressing their own levels of authenticity and expression, because somewhere along the line, being so sensitive, they realized that they could not only feel that other person's pain, but be acutely aware that anything they say could impact that person negatively. So that's why we get the people pleaser. That's why the empath or the clairsentient is like the notorious people pleaser out of everyone, because they, as I said, can not only, they're so acutely hypersensitive to how people are feeling and reacting, they can sense the subtle energy shifts in people. And they also realize that by their words, by what they say, by them expressing their own needs and feelings, that might not agree with the person that they're expressing it to. So they just don't express it. So they overthink, how am I going to say this to this person? How am I going to say this because I don't want to hurt their feelings? Because if they hurt their feelings, the clairsentient and empath can feel that their feelings are hurt. And they can also feel how that person feels towards them. Whereas a lot of people that aren't as energetically or emotionally sensitive, they can just say anything to anyone because it doesn't really impact them. But this is the problem that I see with so many empaths and clairsentients, is that they're so afraid to be the person to say something to someone that will hurt them, because they can feel they're hurt and then they get hurt. So it's like they're trying to protect themselves on two different levels. So see how complex this is, guys? See how you can look back, maybe if this is resonating with you, to all the places that you have really struggled to express yourself, where you've held back from talking about your emotions, from making someone feel a certain way, or from saying something that you need because you might be afraid that that person is going to reject you or feel a kind of way about you that doesn't feel nice for you. And because you can so acutely feel that, you're just like avoiding pain in every way, because empaths and clairsentients, you can feel people's pain. That is the gift and the curse of the empath and the clairsentient, is that you can feel people's pain, emotional pain, physical pain. And that's what makes you so empathic. That's what makes empaths and clairsentients honestly some of the best healers and the best caregivers in the world, because they have this beautiful gift of being able to feel so deeply. But when you haven't honed this gift, because guys, it is a gift, when you haven't mastered this gift, when you haven't mastered protecting and clearing and grounding your energy, when you haven't been able to interpret the messages that you are getting in your physical body and understanding what those messages are, one, for you and your own learning, but two, to also help and guide other people, then it just manifests itself in these challenges, in these physical blocks, in these imbalances in your own energy field, from suppressing your own voice, suppressing your own truth, and also all the physical and chronic ailments that you can get from doing so. And because you can feel so much of other people's wants, expectations, needs, desires, as I said, you become the people pleaser of the world. The people pleasers of the world are massive empaths. And unfortunately, this can also lead to, again, just depleting yourself by over-giving, by doing so much for other people because you can feel their response and reaction when you don't do something. So there's just so many burnt out, tired, exhausted empaths and clairsentients out there who are just like giving and giving and giving and giving too much and just not prioritizing themselves, not prioritizing their own rest, not prioritizing their own boundaries. Boundaries, this is another one, guys. Having strong energetic boundaries, having the ability to say no is so key. But again, it takes time to be able to trust yourself and to be able to clear the energies so you're not picking up everyone's stuff, so you're not carrying everyone's stuff, and actually getting back in the driver's seat of your own abilities and your own sensitivity, so you can, experience the world in all of its guises, so you can experience other people without being bombarded or overwhelmed with information or energy or emotions or moods at the drop of a hat. It's so important to create these really strong energetic boundaries. So my advice to anyone that's feeling this, anyone that's experiencing any kind of chronic fatigue, digestion issues, headaches, any ongoing health issues or any ongoing throat or emotional communication issues is to, one, realize that you're probably extremely very empathic. You're probably very clairsentient. And you need to be able to learn to, as I said, clear ground your energy first and foremost. You need to make this a ritual that is part of your every single day life, because you don't want to be going out there absorbing everyone's shit, because it's going to make you feel like shit and manifest in the ways that I've just spoken about. So really being able to master your energy and having the proper techniques to do so is just like game changer 101. All of the practices that I give to my clients have just changed their whole world. They're not picking up the things from their clients anymore. They're able to do things. They're more confident. They're less scattered. They're more grounded. They're more centered. They felt huge shifts in just how they feel about themselves, their energy, and just their health in general. So that's one thing. The second thing is to be able to develop this ability, to be able to turn it into a gift, to be able to turn it into a superpower, and to be able to have a handle on it so it's not overwhelming your life. Because guys, we can do this. This is a possibility. You can do this. And the third thing is self-care. Taking the time for yourself. Stop overarching yourself. Stop overgiving to other people, and really sit with, what are my needs? What actually is mine and what isn't mine? And this is a big thing. A lot of empaths and clairsentients really struggle to know what they need and what they want and express that because they're feeling everyone else's stuff. So when you don't have the tools to be able to discern what's yours and what isn't, and to clear the energy of what isn't, you are gonna just stumble through life just in this glob or gloop of emotional energy, and you don't know what's yours and what isn't. So that is a big thing. Once you can clear all of your energy, once you have the tools to be able to hone this as a skill, to be able to receive the information that you're getting in clear messages to support your life and to support other people's lives, then you can actually discern, again, what's yours and what isn't. So you can then discern, what are my needs? What really feels good for me? And prioritize that. Prioritize looking after yourself, looking after your own energy, and whatever that looks like. Get out into nature, have a massage, make better choices with the environments and the people that you're around. Because again, as I mentioned, empaths and clairsentients, it is extremely valuable that you do not put yourself in places and positions with people that are toxic. So if you're in a toxic work environment, you gotta go, you gotta leave. And if you're having chronic issues and illnesses, then it's probably because of that. And your body is trying to give you the message that this is not a good place for you to be. But are you able to really pick up these messages? And then when we go a little bit further in developing this as a gift, you picking up, I have a client that picks up the physical ailments of someone else. Like, we were on a call recently and she picked up something that I was experiencing. And she was like, oh my God, that's so weird you said that, because I got on the call and this is what I was feeling. I was like, yeah, because you were feeling, this is validation for you, to show you how strong your gifts are, because you're picking up the physical ailment that could be validated as a message for me. I was like, this is so cool. And this is like what we get to play with when you develop this psychic sense, this intuitive sense that you have, into like a real superpower. And this is something that we do, and this is something that I teach in the Rebel Psychic School, Practical Magic for Rebel Souls, which is to develop your own unique psychic senses, because we all have them. So I give you amazing tools, teachings to be able to tap into your own intuitive senses, so you can not only receive the messages, the guidance, understand the signs and synchronicities that are already being given to you in your life, but you can actually use them for bettering your whole life, to have better relationships, to read energy of people, situations, places, to then do readings if you want to go into this work, or to use this to receive the information and guidance and insights for your business, for your career, just to make you make the best decisions and align you with the right situations, opportunities, and timeline that you want to manifest for your life. Because this is what we're here to use. We're here to use our intuition to do all of that. Like, this is our superpower, and these are the things that are going to help you become the most authentic you, and to step into your true purpose and prosperity, is by activating your own spiritual gifts. And not only are we going to do that, we're going to raise your vibration, give you loads of cool, amazing energy tools to protect yourself. I'm going to teach you how to connect and receive really, really clear messages from your spirit guides. And I'm going to go through all the array of spirit guides that we have. And there's a lot of practical exercises to go through. We're also going to be clearing any blocks that you have, any traumas, any past life, this life, ancestral blocks, to receiving information, on you trusting yourself, from you having self-belief, from you being able to have clear clarity on the messages that you're receiving, and also to fully step into your power, also to fully step in and trust that this is your path. I mean, there's so much more in this program that I could talk about for days, but all the information is below. If you are interested in developing your own spiritual abilities, then this is the course for you. It has everything that you need to know to master your energy, raise your vibration, connect with your guides, channel information, to become a reader, or to use it in every single aspect of your life, to have better relationships, to create that business that you want, to move up in your career. Whatever it is, this course is going to be able to give you the tools to be able to create the most aligned life for you. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys, and all the information of how you can work with me is below. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me on here, comment, or drop me a message on Instagram, and I would love to connect with you more. And if you, as I said, have any questions about being an empath, about the course, about anything that you're going through with your own spiritual awakening, then I am here to support and help you. I'll see you later, guys.